this. I'm about to make an oat milk matcha latte thing at home. So I don't have any of my matcha whisks here, but I'm going to use a blender bottle instead to shake it up, and then I'm going to pour it over ice. Here we go. It looks as if I did it in a frother, because look at that froth. Very nice. The straw to cup ratio is a little off though, but it works. All right, good morning everyone. Welcome to day 6 of our little quarantine vlogs here. Thank you guys so much if you've been following along. Today is Saturday, April 11th, and see, doing these every day is actually helping me remember the date better. Today is day 6 of our quarantine vlogs, and we are going strong. So it's 8 o'clock. I woke up at like 7 o'clock and just laid in bed for a little bit. Then I went downstairs. I made breakfast, as you would have seen, and then I made up this little iced matcha latte, which if you have matcha at home, and you don't have any fancy whisks or tools to make the matcha latte, you can easily do it by using a blender bottle if you happen to have one of those, or you can do it with 2 cups. You could probably you will make it work if you want to do it. But anyway, today is Saturday, like I said. It's going to be a rather chill day, but you know me. If you know me, you should know me now if you are watching my vlogs, that I can't be chill. I can't just sit around all day, and nor do I want to. But if you want to, by all means, but that is just something my body cannot do. So today I have a few things on my agenda. I am going to first edit yesterday's vlog, schedule and upload that, create the thumbnail for that, and then after that, in between doing that, I'm going to plan some more Pinterest posts, which has been fun for me to do. And then what else am I doing? Oh, I'm sure you guys would have seen my room is a mess because, well, it's basically been left untouched since I've been home. So she's pretty dirty. So I'm going to clean my room today. And then, I don't know, we'll have some other things going on throughout the day as well, but that's just a little brief overview. Today's main point is just to clean my room. So also later on, I'm going to be shooting some pictures. Oh, and tomorrow is Easter, so I want to make some peanut butter eggs and potentially some black bean brownies. So that will be fun. I also want to just preface that because I am doing these vlogs, I've probably mentioned it before in a previous vlog, but to be honest, I don't know what I talk about some days and what I don't. Honestly, I forget very fast what I talk about. But basically, yes, I am a very on-the-go gal. Shout out to gals on the go. I love to be constantly busy. I thrive off of being busy. I thrive off of having a complete schedule planned out for the day. And that's me. I can't chill, literally. But in all of this, I have been relaxing a lot more than I would have if I were back at school. And I think I mentioned that I feel so much more relaxed being here and doing my work. And I've been so much more relaxed in the sense that, yes, I still plan out my days, and I make sure that I have a pretty jam-packed day, at least up until 6 o'clock. But there are some days where my schedule doesn't, or where I don't do things like in the order that I plan them to, or, you know, if I want to work out at like 7 o'clock in the morning and like I wake up and I feel like I don't want to actually wake up or work out then I won't, you know. I would have been a lot more hard on myself about those little things like that, like if my day wasn't following in the exact order that like it was supposed to. So I've been, like, trust me, although it doesn't seem like it, I have been a lot more relaxed, and I am a lot more relaxed. So, but I thrive off of being busy and just keeping myself occupied and working on a million and one projects. Even though it can get stressful at sometimes, I enjoy it and I thrive off of it. But during this time, you know, that's not everyone's character. Not everyone needs to be doing something 24/7 and needs to have a scheduled out day. That honestly might make people super stressed out and, you know, feel like they have to be doing something even though they might be going through a lot during this time. And I understand that too. So take these vlogs how you will. Just if you want to just sit there and watch the vlogs and, you know, be relaxed and chill, by all means, please do what you need to do for yourself to keep yourself sane, healthy, and your mindset right. But you don't need to be doing things and, you know, having a long to-do list each day or starting all of these projects. I'm just saying these things because this is what I thrive off of, you know? I'm sharing what I thrive off of. And if you happen to want to start a project or do something that you maybe have been putting off, then by all means, do it. I hope this just serves as some inspiration for you, you know? So I just wanted to put that out there because I don't think I've ever talked about me, like, it might be pretty obvious to some people, but I don't think I've ever really talked about me thriving off of being busy. And like literally that's just how I'm built. That's how I like to stay. That's what keeps me sane, honestly. So yeah, I think it runs in my family. So it is what it is. Now that I put that out there, let's get on with today's vlog. So it is around 12 now. It is actually like basically 12. To catch you guys up to speed, I finished editing my video, uploaded it to YouTube, and then I scheduled Pinterest posts, and then what else did I do? And then I just created an Instagram post and posted that. So yes, it's 12 o'clock. I am starving, so I am going to eat something for lunch now. This is what I'm having for lunch. I literally made the exact same smoothie that I made yesterday. So if you missed yesterday's vlog, be sure to go check that out so that you can get the recipe for this. It doesn't taste as great as it typically does. I think that's because I was running low on my Alani Nu protein powder, and that has a very strong vanilla taste to it, so it really adds a lot of flavor, and I think it's missing that because I didn't have much left. But overall, still really great. So I'm gonna drink this and probably watch some YouTube. So I actually think I'm going to hold off on cleaning my room today. That was going to be like my little project, but it's already like 1 o'clock basically, and I have other things to get done that are a little bit more of a higher priority right now, like homework related things. I'll probably clean tomorrow or this week at some point, but right now I'm just going to work on a homework assignment that's due tomorrow. So that's what I'll be up to probably for like the next hour. Later on, I also want to bake, so I think that will be my project for the day instead. I ended up getting myself a little bit ready. I'm going to do my hair then too, but I just wanted to I was feeling pretty sluggish, tired, didn't really have motivation to do anything before, and I tried working on a homework assignment and it just wasn't happening. So I figured, you know what? I'm just gonna get myself a little bit more ready for the day. So I changed out of sweats into leggings and just put a little bit of makeup on, some light makeup, and then I'm gonna do my hair. So I feel a little bit better. I think it's 2:36 now, so it's been very chill. Like, I literally haven't been doing much of anything, but I think I'm going to start baking. All right, I finished my hair. I decided to curl it, and as always, I curl it with a straightener. The way that I curled it today is with like the new technique that I started to do a few weeks ago. So I keep forgetting, but I think I'm going to soon do a tutorial on that. So I'm using Rachel's Good Eats peanut butter eggs recipe, and I have all my ingredients right here. So I'm going to start baking. Half a cup of creamy salted peanut butter, and I'm just going to oil it with like coconut oil before I put it in so that it doesn't stick too much. We need 2 tablespoons of maple syrup. So I am actually just going to eyeball this. 2 tablespoons of melted coconut oil, half teaspoon of vanilla extract, then 5 to 6 tablespoons of coconut flour, or you could sub 10 tablespoons of almond flour. And I don't have either, so I'm just going to use this gluten-free all-purpose baking flour. I'm just going to start off with the 5 to 6 tablespoons just to see how the consistency is looking, and then I might add a little bit more depending on if need be. So this is what the mixture looks like. Just going to put all this together, and this is the filling. So this is the filling. These are super simple to make. I made them last year for Easter. We're replicating the Reese's peanut butter eggs, so you kind of like want to think about that consistency. This consistency actually seems pretty perfect. So I think that 5 to 6 tablespoons is all we really needed. I'm just going to mix this a little bit more so that everything is very well incorporated. And then lastly, we are going to do the outer chocolate layer. So what we need for that is 1 chocolate bar. So I have this from Trader Joe's, 1 tablespoon of coconut oil just to make it more runny so that it melts easier. So we have all of the filling made out into the shape of eggs, or kind of like eggs. We are now going to put these in the freezer for 10 to 15 minutes or until they harden. And then when we bring them back out, then we are going to dip them in the chocolate. I put the eggs in the freezer for 15 minutes, and now I have my melted chocolate. So I'm going to take 2 forks, and we are going to put them in the chocolate, flip them over, and give them a nice coating. Okay. The last few are a little wimpy with the chocolate. Just going to try and paint it on. So in the meantime, while those are hardening in the freezer, I am going to get started on making our black bean brownies. So first I just started off by taking a 15-ounce can of black beans, and I just rinsed them off and let them dry in the sink. Okay, so I put them in the freezer for a little bit so that the chocolate shell could harden. But now I melted some more chocolate, and I am just going to take this and drizzle it on top, which is a complete added step that is not 100% necessary. I'm gonna pop these back in the freezer now, and then they'll be ready to go. To make the black bean brownies in the blender, actually. If you have a food processor, that would work best. But I've made these in a blender too, so that works just fine. We are taking our 1 can of black beans, putting them into the blender, make sure they are washed off. I also preheated my oven to 350 in the meantime. And so we got our 15-ounce can of black beans. Then we're gonna take 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. I'm using this Navitas. And again, I'm just going to eyeball most of this. So we're gonna do 2 tablespoons of cocoa powder. But we like it extra chocolatey here, so a little bit more never hurts. Then we're going to do 1/2 cup of quick oats. I just have rolled oats, so that will have to do just fine. This is a flourless recipe. You could always use flour, but the oats, when they get blended up, they're going to act as the flour. So this is a gluten-free recipe. That was a little too much. All right. We're gonna do a 1/4 teaspoon of salt, but we are just going to eyeball it. As always, we're gonna do a 1/3 cup of pure maple syrup, but because we are not going to do sugar, we are going to bump that 1/3 cup of maple syrup up to a 1/2 cup. So we are just going to do the rest of this, which was probably about a 1/4 cup. And then we're gonna take a new one, and it's probably about around right. After the maple syrup, we are going to do 1/4 cup of coconut oil, or you could use any type of vegetable oil you want. So 1/4 cup is about that, and went everywhere. 2 teaspoons of pure maple, or not pure maple syrup, pure vanilla extract. And that's about it. And a 1/2 teaspoon of baking powder. Well, that was a little bit more, so they're just gonna be extra fluffy. All right, so we've got all of our ingredients here. We're just going to blend it up and see what the consistency looks like, and if we need to add anything else, then we will. So the consistency of the batter seems a little bit too runny for than what I'm going for, so I think I'm going to add just a tad bit. You could add more oats, but I'm just gonna add a tad bit of that all-purpose flour that we used before, just like probably a tablespoon. All right, so we got our mixture here. I am just going to fold in the flour because it didn't really mix well, and the consistency is looking so much better than it was before, so that worked out well. Lastly, the worst ingredient I'm probably gonna put in here in my eyes is Hershey's dark chocolate chips. I don't have any other like dairy-free chocolate chips. You can completely omit this if you want. You don't even have to add anything extra into it, but they do taste a lot better with chocolate chips in it. So, I mean, you can't have it 100% perfect. Like, you gotta have a little fun. So, I'm just gonna eyeball these. I'm going to put in probably like 1/2 cup of chocolate chips, and just we'll fold those into our mixture. Next, what we're gonna do is take an 8x8 pan, and we're going to spray this down with some oil, and then we'll put our batter in here and stick these in the oven for 15 to 18 minutes. Finished
product of the brownies. They turned out really, really good. I already had a little bite of the crumbles, and I'm very impatient, so I didn't wait for them to fully cool, so they are a little bit more crumbly, but they turned out so good. And that extra little spoonful, or not spoonful, that extra little teaspoon of baking powder really made them rise. So they look so good, and I can't wait to eat them all. And here are my little peanut butter eggs. We already had 2 of them, but they turned out pretty good. Not as good as Rachel's looked on her picture, but that's totally fine. So I'm going to transfer these to another plate really quick, and so that they look a little bit more pretty. Okay, so I got them all out. I condensed them to a smaller container then and put them back in the freezer, the peanut butter eggs. And I just put black bean brownies on a little platter right there. So they're all put away now, and we are just going to make dinner. So I think I got a lot of footage already today. Although I didn't really do much, I think the baking will probably take up most of the footage. I don't want to make this video too long, so I am going to end it here. It is probably around 5:30 right now, but like I said, we're just going to make dinner, and then I'll probably work on my homework assignment. I'm feeling a little bit more motivated now to actually do that, so I'll probably work on that. And then what else? Yeah, I don't know, maybe we'll watch a movie or something like that tonight. So thank you guys so much for watching. If you enjoyed today's vlog, make sure to subscribe and give this video a thumbs up. I really appreciate your support. So thank you guys so much for watching. I will talk to you guys tomorrow.